tweets from Ubuntu Hub as well.
Constantly twisting the fabric of reality with your sheer presence and cosmic power I cannot contain. And you see, I've always been attracted to smart women. There's just something about the way they think and the way that they love. And you, my love, you stir it up so good that it tastes like delicacy. Cherry on top of chocolate cake, and that's just how I like it. You make love so surreal that even magic is nothing in comparison to it. See, at first I thought it was you really that did it for me, but it's beyond that. The intimacy that we share when our minds harmonize is intoxicating. When our bodies intertwine, it's like the strings of time and tight and nervous. If I'm to get my heart broken, I will work with you. But I'm just hoping it doesn't come to that. Yours truly, Lyrical Rebel.
Couldn't feel my presence, it was less. More was the pain I'd gone through. My dad screaming every night, that shit ain't gonna pay shit. Your dreams ain't really gonna wake up. Just wake up, this is real life. And I thought I'm living a real life, but I realized this is my life. And if I die, God bless, I'm blessed too. I left so many niggas in the streets smoking and sniffing. I can't tell myself in those shoes that I was one of them. Lost in a vague of addiction, lies and temptation, wondering what's my escape. I died one day, saw heaven gates closing. I was too late, and I was sent back. As I woke up, I ran to read my Bible. I then did. I had to die from all my sins to put this in my protection. I asked for the right path, he gave me blackout fever. I asked for the right people, he gave me all hell. That's why I still praise him. It's just the beginning, more is coming. Jesus is the Lord.
Just a very, very brief history. I was born in Nigeria, but I left when I was 11, and I was brought up in London, in the UK. Okay, so I'm a broadcaster. You probably all heard of Nollywood. Yes. I started Nollywood. But I'm glad that you're here because it's very, I got excited as soon as I walked through this door when I saw a group of young people, a group of African young people. Because this is, you are the future. Don't let anybody tell you anything else, okay? And for those of you who want to be in the creative industry, okay, you can have a lot of challenges, but don't give up. A lot of advice to up. Maybe you can tell me more about it, because how often do you meet here? Yes.
We usually come here when we have our ideas put intertwined. When we have something solid on paper, we come and approach Ubuntu Hub. It's basically, even besides that, we come usually and visit. So it's Ubuntu Hub. It's basically our second home as creatives.
We need to meet regularly, okay, so that you have people who will advise you, who will train you, who will talk to you, who will support you. Do you understand what I'm saying? I used to run the biggest theatre in London for young people. Over 200 kids from the age of 5 to the age of 30. Okay, and you did productions all over the world, musicals, everything. But a lot of it is because we were meeting regularly, so we were able to share. ideas, experiences, and so on. You don't know, but your parents will know. In 1985, there was a big concert in London called Live Aid. And it was done to raise money for Africa, but without Africans. You know, white people always do things for us, because they think we can't do this for ourselves. I'm here to encourage you that if you want to go into the arts, if you want to go into the creative industry, it's not easy. But what I do know is that the most talented people in the world are Africans. Yeah. Because it's our life. We are born.
How did you sustain yourself and be disciplined for this long in the game? Because most of the artists are failing to stand the test of time. For me, you are somebody who has stand the test of time. How did you get to that level? What did you do in your process of your journey?
Well, I started in the industry in 1975.
Wow.
My job is to make sure that, you as children, and working with people at the Diva, it was very important for me. I hold dearly, children. And things that Madiba spoke to me about more than 30 years ago, they are still happening today. We've got elections coming on soon. But how many of those people are coming to talk to you? How many of those politicians are coming to talk to you? They say the children is our future, but how many of them are coming to talk to you?
None.
So I know what it's like to be in your position, because this is how I started nearly 50 years ago, but instead of Johannesburg, but it was in London. So to answer your question, education is the most important thing. Okay, without education, you're not going to get it. And it's a struggle. For instance, when I was the first black student to graduate at a film school in the UK. When I went to film school, I was the only black kid. I've always joked with people, I've always been the token black, okay, in the industry. I worked for the BBC for many years. I was a token black producer. The last thing I did for the BBC before I came to South Africa was called Black Britain. This is about the history of black people in Britain. Nearly 40 years later, they still talk about it. So that is what you need to know. Know who you are. You are an African. And our stories is still the most important stories in the world. Right now, everybody wants to know what we're going to be talking about. We have a production company called Monetize, which has been running for 30 years in South Africa, also in Nigeria, and also we have partners in the UK and in the US. Right now, we are celebrating 30 years of freedom. And basically, it's going to be watching a lot of documentaries. We want to celebrate for 100 days, okay, where you will see a 10-minute documentary or footage that no one's ever seen before. Because over the last 30 years, we've recorded many people.
When it comes to the challenges in the creative industry, the first challenge is your skin, being black. You know what I mean? We might be living in a black majority country, but the business, the corporates, it's white people running those companies, and they don't understand what you represent. That's why a Woodstock or a Opico we get like 20 million, and then back to the city we get 2 million, And those people, they bring 2,000 people to their show. We bring 20,000, but the money that they take out is twisted. What the food becoming to us, going to the white kid or the white boy. You know, so that's the first disadvantage in the creative industry. Number two, we are weird people. You know, we are weird people. Creatives are weird people. Look at how we dress. Look at how we dress. And then we step into the boardroom with these people that are supposed to give you. Nobody's gonna attract a guy dressed like this with 10 million. You know, so that's another problem. But all these things are gonna change eventually, because with every generation, we teach the previous generation. I remember in the 90s, there was a radio presenter called Shadow Twala. She got fired on radio because she had dreadlocks. You know, it's weird, right? Because everyone has dreadlocks now, you know, and it's accepted. And then there was the tattoo situation where tattoos were associated with the prisoners, you know. And if you go to a boardroom, like tattoos and stuff, the other doctor wearing bucket hats and all-stars, he's doing a wonderful job, but we don't trust him because of how he looks. That's how the world is, that's how we are programmed. Don't be scared. If you have an idea, you're thinking, but I've never seen this anywhere. Don't gatekeep your ideas. You know, you might discover that there's a lot of people thinking like you. There was a rap group called NWA. Niggas with attitude. You know, they were the first people to swear on the record. You know, they released a song called "Fuck the Police." You know, it was a shocker, but it sold like 2 million copies because there was a lot of people who were like, you know what, actually, fuck the police. You know, so your idea that you think is weird, is strange. There's a lot of people who are scared to express the same idea, but who would relate to it. Don't gatekeep your ideas.
There's a question. So how can I maintain that space of privacy and copyright?
If you believe in a certain idea and you know that it's going to be a very important project, you need to register it. But that doesn't necessarily mean you'll be able to control it to be out there where you find other people buying on the street. So you can be able to control about maybe 80 or 90% of you having to eat from your own pocket. Even if you feel like, okay, I can be able to eat that 80 to 90 people, just to know that you will still go to see and hear about the negative. It's always going to be there and just embrace it, unfortunately.
The oldest trick to copyright your stuff or to patent is the email. You can email all your designs to yourself. Emails have dates and stuff. No, if somebody steals it, that's it. You know, that's the oldest trick in the book. Whatever you design, whatever you make, email it to yourself, so it's always there. You know, that's the if you can't afford the lawyers and you don't know where CIT is. Yeah, that's basically it. It gets tricky when a label like, let's say Makosa, using traditional Kosa patents. You know, you can't say I own this because it's all over Eastern Cape. There's a Ndebele patents as well. There's but as Tamatlam was doing like traditional, she can't claim that she owns those patents because they everywhere, whatever, everybody can do that. Those are traditional patents. So it's very tricky when it comes to that. Even though Louis Vuitton stole some patents from Africa, you know, white people, Europeans will take these things and make them their own. You know, so it's very tricky, but if you have your own original designs, email them to yourself, even if it's a song.
It's, as a creative, don't let copyright slow you down. Because you should be proud that people want to copy. There's a partner of us in India. You know what they say about copyright in India? They say it's my right to copy. It's my right to copy. So they let people give a damn about copyrights, you know. But as a creative, don't let that stop you, you know, because you should continue creating all the time. It's like me writing a script, okay? In my lifetime, I've written more than 100 scripts, and I will continue to write, okay? Not knowing that if somebody copied, yeah, it's fine. But if God's given you a creative talent, and that is not going to stop until the day you die. So keep creating. And let people in India copy it because they say it's their right to copy. You know, but keep creating. Okay?
Take the time, hold tight, I will be for you. It's alright, take a fly, make a feel, come on. Take the time, hold tight, I will be for you.
It's your boy X. He's here with your king, the creator of Back to the City, the reason why we have Back to the City and the dopest event in Jozi, man. Yo, my friends are not gonna believe me if I tell them this, but this is the great Rashid Kay. Do you guys believe that? So, Mr. Rashid Kay, can you please tell us about your experience of our workshop?
It was dope, very informative, man. We need such things for young people to be inspired, to learn, you know, because there's a lot happening in the industry that people this side don't see and don't know. So I always attend these workshops just to share information and experience.
Thank you for your time again for pulling through to Black Arts Fever. So, a few questions from my program, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
What is the business side of the creativity of a creative?
You know, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. You don't have to separate and say, if you love music and you're doing music, that's the business. You know, if you love fashion, if you love clothes, or you love modeling, that's the business. Don't separate the two. That, okay, this is the business. This is like, it's one thing. Love what you do and do what you love.
What you do will exceptionally become your business.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying.
For sure.
Yes, sir. So, what are the issues that occur in a creative business?
Nothing in the creative industry is smooth. There's always problems, one or the. We don't experience the same problems, but there's always problems. Like everyone who's successful will tell you that, I struggled with 1, 2, 3. Nobody can say, everything was smooth. I just did 1, 2, 3. You can see people successful and think, hey, it was easy for them. No, it wasn't.
Okay. You're hearing this from the great Rashid Kay. I don't know if you understand. So, how do creatives make money through their creativity? It's the lifestyle. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. You
make money through your lifestyle.
You market it, advertise it, sell it.
So, how does one approach a big corporate company for investment into their lifestyle, their business?
You must do research, find out about their sales department, marketing department, and who to call or who to email, and you send your proposal and take it from there.
So, knowing that you are a businessman and an entertainer, balancing that with having a family, how do you do that?
Have time for everything, have time for everyone important, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spend time creating stuff, spend time in your business, spend time with your family.
You heard that from Rashid Kay, man. What a great honor to speak to this guy. You've heard it from me, X, at the Black Arts Fever. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Away.
So I am here at the Black Arts Fever workshop with the great Coffee C. Only legends that I'm here with today, man. So I'll be asking Mr. Coffee C a couple of questions. Join me. So Mr. Coffee C, being such a great creative that you are, how does one start up?
Me starting up is just me saying I am a creative person, and there was no any rule. I just started doing writing, doing the DJs and all that kind of stuff. So it has just started like that. I've never had any rule of saying, all right, this is how I'm going to do this.
So being a producer,
Yes.
having so many gigs,
Yes.
how does one balance a healthy lifestyle with such a lifestyle?
Normally, I have time for doing anything. Like I said inside there, that if you know that today you are having a show, your show, it is your performance, it is at 10 o'clock. You arrive there maybe around 9:45 or 9:30, and after your performance, you'll be there maybe mingling with people, connecting for about another 30 minutes. After that, you go to your own little space and do what you do. Maybe having family around, or maybe do more music, or whatever case it is.
So as a creative,
Yes, sir.
you are also in the business side.
Yes.
Yes. How does one take the creative motivation to start a business with a creative career?
Hey, that is a big one. But I would actually touch on what? Most of creative people, they don't really have money to start a business on a creative space. If you believe in working in corporate, just make a little bit of money in corporate, put it aside so that you can start your own little thing. Because not a lot of people that are going to offer you money is going to be free. Money is going to have to come with something in return.
Coffee C, the great words of Coffee C, man. I don't know if you guys understand that. Today, at the Black Arts Fever, we are only chilling with legends. The workshop is fire. You guys missed out if you're not here. But the people that are here, they could tell you we are having fun with Coffee C, man. How does one creative avoid all the toxic lifestyle of being a creative?
Like I said before, just put your circle must be very, very small. Make sure that you have a small circle, have a backbone. A lot of people don't have backbones. They just follow their friends. If their friends right now say no, Diawa go something, then they actually go there. When you get to something, you don't know what is this concept of Diawa means. Maybe you found like no, people are taking drugs there, maybe they're taking kush or whatever case it is. Then you start trying. Once you fall in that trap, then it's gone with you.
So you are a very, very successful creator, one could say. How does one?
I don't know about that, but I'll take it.
He's taking it. So how does one stay as successful as you
are? When you are a creative artist, all these things that you'll be creating is products. Once you make a profit on a product, make sure that your product is used to create more. That's how you stay successful.
Thank you, Mr. Coffee. The building was on fire. The building is still going to be on fire as soon as we come back from this short break. I am with the great Thapelo Tabz, man. Oh, greatness. Do you feel his energy? I bet you can feel it through the screen. So, Mr. Thapelo, do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions? Man?
Oh, man, go for it. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
Good.
So, we are at the Black Arts Fever. How's the... But he got here late.
Yeah.
So,
I did say I was going to be late.
Ben, so how was the first 30 minutes of your presence inside the workshop?
Firstly, getting in was very emotional for me because I remember being in the very same position, trying to know about the industry, not so long ago.
Yeah.
So getting in and looking at young people with so much potential in their eyes really warmed my heart. I felt really excited. I even took out one of my phones to record the ambience because I felt it was quite an imperative moment to record. I must say, being here, I see a lot of great potential. I see a lot of great young people coming out of, this event. And more than any other thing, I'm truly humbled to be here, to
humbled by
hopefully
your
share something I've learned over the years, or some stuff that I've learned over the years concerning the media industry itself. But more than any other thing, I must say, with the little knowledge that I have, I'm still looking forward to impart a little bit of knowledge that should probably, whatever took me 10 years to achieve, can take you, it can take other young people a year to achieve, if not two. So yeah, I think it's a great energy. I'm excited about it.
So speaking of only achieving stuff in 10 years.
Yeah.
How long have you been in the industry?
Woo, it's 12 years now.
Oof.
It's 12 years now. I started in the year 2011. Yeah, I've been at it 2011, 2012. Yes, I was an early teenager when I started.
Okay.
And yeah, I was just wild. I wanted what I wanted, and I went after it. By God's grace, I'm still in the journey. Remember, it's a process. Greatness is a process. No, Egypt was not built in one day. Rome was not built in one day. Anything great takes really a great amount of time. I don't know if you know the saying that says it takes 10 years to make an overnight success. Yes, it does. It does take a while for you to become, who you're meant to be, because there's a lot of things that are built inside you. Your thinking patterns, your personality, your knowledge, and your professionalism. There's a whole lot of things that build up to you being a great man. So yeah, man, it's exciting to be here.
The factors that he just mentions are the reason why we have this workshop today. Your mental, your physical, and your spiritual journey as a creative.
Yeah.
So being Thapelo Tabz,
Yeah.
would you call yourself a successful creative?
It depends on what success means, right? Am I fulfilled? Yes, I am fulfilled because I'm doing what I love. Am I successful? I'm getting there. I'm not even close to where I'm meant to be, but I'm grateful with where I am. Success is a big term, but from a fulfillment point of view, yes, I am fulfilled. I do see where I'm going. I'm inspired, and I'm grateful more than any other thing. So to a certain extent, if I define success from a fulfillment point of view, yes, I'm fulfilled, I'm doing well, I'm grateful to God, and more than any other thing, I think I must say, I'm getting closer to the bigger dream. Yeah.
It's just soon enough, everybody will be knowing him around the world. I can bet you that much.
Yeah.
So being a creator,
Yeah.
it comes with very, very toxic habits.
Yeah.
Being in the game for over a decade, how does one maneuver those toxic habits?
Number one rule in the world: be yourself. When you're yourself, it means you have an identity. So you need to be yourself all the time. The moment you try to be other people, then all the toxic energy will get to you. So for me, my winning formula is being Thapelo Tabz every single day. I don't try to be who I'm not, and I don't try to pretend to be where I'm not. I'm honest to myself. So it's being myself, being honest to myself, and more than any other thing, I think I have a vision and I know where I'm going. So I'm married to my vision, and I, gratefully so and gracefully so, I have a team that believes in me. So and also I'm able to separate between work and personal life.
Okay.
So a lot of times people walk around with, I'm a brand, I'm this. There's nothing wrong with a positive attitude. There's nothing wrong with seeing yourself from a great light. But the moment you walk with, remember, you're not what you do, you are who you are. There's a difference between who you are and what you do. So I always walk with the consciousness of who I am. The godly being in me, the great person in me, and the Thapelo that was born, in very humble beginnings, and for me to be reaching the heights that I'm reaching now. That's the consciousness that I walk, or that's the consciousness I have in my head every single day. So I never listen to negative energy. I don't listen to toxicity. I don't give myself I don't give myself or my time to anything that does not grow me spiritually, physically, careerly, and in any way that I would need to grow.
So we will have many questions inside the workshop for Thapelo Tabz. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for giving us your time, sir.
Bro, lovely interview. Thank you so much. You're great at this, man.
Thank you,
You're
sir.
doing well, man.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
I was wondering, we do the same thing, but they have a bigger following than I do. What's the problem? What am I doing wrong? Instead of beating myself on the head, I literally went to get mentorship. One, I seek for someone who is where I want to be. I think that's the first step to it. If you are going to be great at something, you need to find someone to emulate. So in my case, I was graced enough to have a number of people that I can emulate. Presenting Bonang Mateba became available for me, and that's how I'm growing. So I found someone, and I'm hanging on that person. Producing, okay, who do we find that is a producer and that is a great actor? How do I find that person? Oh, John Cuddy, great. Come, John Cuddy, maybe please mentor me. Sure, let's do this. Great. That's how it's been going. So you need to find a figure. And now, here's the thing. When people meet figures most of the time, they meet figures begging. No, don't do that. Don't do that. It's not attractive at all. You know, don't be desperate. Present yourself as a talent and be fair about it. Keep hold. I'm Tabz. I'm a television presenter. I've currently done What Show, and I see myself growing. But you've been where I've never been before. So I'd like to show you my stuff. Let me know what you think. Starting like that, right? So find a mentor. It's identity. Second one, mentor. Then third one, an equal. One is the team. If you perform your music here, this team is good enough to tell you a lie on your bed. This is not working. So always find yourself in spaces, workshop spaces, you're in the right direction, where you perform and you get criticized. That's the only way to get better as an artist, because you're as good as your last performance. So that's for your stage presence. Now, outside knowing that this is my brand, this is what I'm heading towards, you as an individual, strategies now, how to become bigger. One, the most important one is to understand your audience. You need to know who you're selling to, right? Let's be honest, King over here, it's only a matter of time. We all know that it's going to be a very great figure. How do we know that? Clue one is establishing already. Building an audience. The most important thing, don't look at the platform. Always look at audience and how do you connect to your audience. So,
rivers of Zion flowing in my soul. Okay, 3, 2, Lion 1. Of Judah, show me the road. Your love, only thing that makes me whole. Inside the garden, only place I feel whole. We shall be free under the mighty tree. Inside your wings, that's where I find my